Assalamu alaikum. 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Farzana Khan. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has rated government's resolve to provide a safe and secure environment to children. President says the controversial Citizenship Act adopted by Indian Parliament has put minorities, especially Indian Muslims, at serious risk. Pakistan has rejected India's comments about a tweet of Prime Minister regarding discriminatory Indian citizenship bill. U.S. Special Envoy on Afghanistan has discussed a regional security situation and Afghan peace process with Foreign Minister and Army Chief. The National Assembly was informed today that the government fully guarantees the rights of freedom of expression and access to information. In Britain, a ruling Conservative Party has won the general election. On third day of the first cricket test against Pakistan in Rawalpindi, Sri Lanka were 282 for 6 when the game was called off for the day due to inclement weather. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has reiterated government's resolve to provide a safe and secure environment to children. He was chairing a high-level meeting in Islamabad today in connection with stopping the crimes against children, especially their sexual exploitation. The Prime Minister said the children are future of the society and crimes against and sexual exploitation of innocent children is disgraceful and regrettable for the whole society. He observed that sexual crimes against children have witnessed an alarming increase in the era of modern technology. He said due to social factors and various compulsions, parents avoid reporting such crimes to police or filing cases due to which criminals involved are not apprehended. He said the government will take all possible steps to provide protection to children. Prime Minister Imran Khan inaugurated the National Anti-Polio Drive of winter months in Islamabad today by administering anti-polio drops to small children. Addressing the ceremony, he said 40 million children under the 5 years of age will be administered anti-polio drops by 260,000 polio staff during the campaign. He said Pakistan is among the very few countries that still have traces of polio despite numerous successes rendered by polio staff. Imran Khan said polio is a crippling disease with lot of repercussions on the population. He urged the parents to actively seek administering anti-polio drops to their children should they miss the campaign. President Dr. Arif Alvi says the controversial Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 adopted by the Indian Parliament is a defacement of the proclaimed Indian secularism and has put minorities, especially Muslims, at a serious risk. Talking to the ambassador of France in Pakistan, Mark Beretti, in Islamabad today, the president said Kashmir is under complete lockdown where all civic liberties of the people have been suspended and they are being subjected to brutal rape, lynching and imprisonment. He hoped France would play the role in alleviating the sufferings of the Kashmiri people by urging upon India to stop human rights violations in occupied Kashmir. Pakistan has rejected comments by Indian Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson about a tweet of Prime Minister Imran Khan regarding discriminatory citizenship bill passed by the Indian Parliament this week. In a statement, Foreign Office spokesperson said many international human rights organizations and neutral observers say from within India that characterize the legislation as discriminatory against Muslims and unconstitutional. The spokesperson reiterated that this Indian legislation is premised on a falsehood, both with regard to alleged decline in non-Muslim population in Pakistan as well as their alleged persecution in the country. The spokesperson said, objectively speaking, India should be the last country to pretend being a protector of the minorities. The world's media have widely reported on and condemned the deplorable conditions of the minorities in India, especially since the assumption of office of right-wing BJP in 2014. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has assured that Pakistan will continue to sincerely play the role of facilitator in the Afghan peace process. He was talking to U.S. Special Envoy in Afghanistan, Zalmay Khalilzad, who called on him at the Foreign Office in Islamabad today. The Foreign Minister said peace in Afghanistan is important for peace and stability in the region. He reiterated Pakistan's stance that there is no military solution to the Afghan conflict. The U.S. envoy apprised the Foreign Minister about the details of the US-Taliban talks. Zalmay Khalilzad appreciated Pakistan's role for peace in Afghanistan. U.S. Special Representative for Afghanistan Reconciliation Zalmay Khalilzad called on Army Chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa at GHQ in Rawalpindi today. Regional security situation with particular reference to ongoing Afghan reconciliation process was discussed in the meeting. U.S. Ambassador to Pakistan Paul W. Jones was also present in the meeting. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. The National Assembly was informed today that government fully guarantees right of freedom of expression and right to access to information, and it has not put any sort of ban on freedom of expression. Responding to a question during question hour in the House, Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs Ali Muhammad Khan said the government believes in the free flow of information and freedom to report and does not believe in press advice and censorship. Pakistan and Germany have inked financing agreement for hydropower and renewable energy phase 2 worth 2.145.29 million rupees. Secretary Economic Affairs Division Dr. Syed Parvez Abbas and Country Director German Development Bank Wolfgang Moehlers signed the document in Islamabad today. Minister for Economic Affairs Hamad Azhar was also present on the occasion. Speaking on the occasions, Ahmad Azhar said the grant assistance will be helpful in addressing the increasing energy needs of the region while employing environment-friendly solutions. In Qila Saifullah, at least 15 people were killed and several injured when a passenger bus and a pickup collided near Khan Mazarzai today. The district police officer of Qila Saifullah, Kafar Murray, told Radio Pakistan's Loralai correspondent that majority of the dead bodies were burned as both vehicles caught fire soon after the collision. In occupied Kashmir, Hurriyat Forum, led by Mirwais Umar Farooq, has reiterated to resolve Kashmir dispute in accordance with UN resolutions and aspirations of Kashmiri people. In a statement in Srinagar, Hurriyat Forum, on behalf of its Executive Council, said that India's illegal and unilateral actions could not change the disputed status of Jammu and Kashmir. It said Indian troops have been committing atrocities in the Held Valley for the last 3 decades, and since 5th of August, they usurped all basic rights of the Kashmiris. The United Nations has expressed concern over India's new citizenship law, saying it is fundamentally discriminatory in nature by excluding Muslims, and called for it to be reviewed. UN human rights spokesperson Jeremy Lawrence told News Briefing at Geneva that new law does not extend same protection to Muslim migrants, thereby undermining India's commitment to equality before the law. In Britain, the ruling Conservative Party, led by Prime Minister Boris Johnson, has won the general election with clear majority. After 649 of 650 seats results declared, the Conservative Party is ahead with 364 seats, followed by Labour Party with 203 seats so far. In his victory speech, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson said his government appears to have won a powerful new mandate: get Brexit done. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Imran Khan has congratulated the British counterpart Boris Johnson on his success in the UK general elections. In a tweet, he said he looks forward to working with Boris Johnson and confirming the cooperation between the two countries. And now cricket. On third day of the first cricket test against Pakistan in Rawalpindi today, Sri Lanka were 282 for the loss of 6 wickets when the match was stopped due to bad light. And finally, the weather report. Rain and thunderstorm with snowfall over mountains is expected at isolated places in Islamabad, North Punjab, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan and Kashmir. Kashmir during the next 24 hours. However, dense fog is likely to prevail in most plain areas of the Punjab and Upper Sindh during morning and night. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.